The road to $500,000 heads west to the Silver State, where tonight from iRacing's virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we say good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to round 2 of the 2024 eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. Pace car down and in. We're happy to have you with us on the iRacing Esports Network. Let's go racing in Vegas. Looking back just outside of the top 10, a whole lot of 3 wide. Middle of it all, I see that 6 car, the Castrol Edge Ford, a Timothy Holmes P12. He's got a couple cars inside and out. Now he finds himself just 2x2, but he will push that next car up in line right to the middle. And we do it again as Lowe now finds himself. Oh, and it's all going to go wrong. Garrett Lowe gets turned. He collects Tucker Minter and an early wreck for caution number 1. And it's really just this gaggle here. Behind them, they've single filed out quite a bit, but it is these 2 rows of 3x3 with the 48 and the 54 respectively in the middle who are really jammed up, and then there's some space in front and much more space behind them. That 18 car get a force clear. Zelensky across the nose of Bolin. Maybe the 48 car cuts him a break, thinks about going low. Can't do it. The 6 car filled that gap. That's Holmes. And somebody else who wants to join them is a big mover, is Malik Ray. Is he 4 wide? He is now. 2 to his outside, 1 to his inside. Tyler Gary pulls the parachute down the Nellis straightaway, bails out of that one, and they'll drop back down to 3 abreast. It'll put the 70 car on the inside of the racetrack, and it is a mess here in the high teens, low 20s. Looking like the top 10 did about a half a dozen laps ago, and you can see how it strings back off of the leaders. Opportunities aplenty if you're willing to make those moves, but every corner is a hold your breath moment. And with all of those passing opportunities and spots to be gained and lost, would you believe it that Steven Wilson has led all 28 laps so far? Another car back in this mid-pack battle, the 36 of Kwame Scott. He's also working his way forward, but look at that paint scheme on the Sudoku 36 Chevrolet. He doesn't care about it just looking good, though. He wants it to finish good, and he's got quite the daunting task in front of him because they're about 3 rows deep of 3 wide, now 4 wide, just outside his windshield. I don't know if that's going to work. 5 wide, maybe, for a moment.
And he's going to have a lot of traffic to navigate through here as the 34 of Derek Bordeaux gets turned right in front of him. Looks like it's just going to be that Lord Loves Ford, almost in the exact same scenario that Michael McDowell found himself in Atlanta. Spun down to the inside wall in turn 3. Well, this time not going to hit the wall, and that is going to bring out our 3rd caution of the night.
And to your point, we saw about a dozen cars pit, half of which even came in to top off before the restart. And up front, Steven Wilson needing to work hard to keep Parker White behind him. White had a good look that last time, wasn't able to make it happen. Those top 4 or 5 now breaking away from the hornet's nest that has been those teams all race long. The 3, the 4 wide, the calamity part of the racetrack continues to be those cars just outside of the top 10. Last time by, your top 28 separated by less than 2 seconds as you look off the back of your race leader. Novak been putting into work. He's up 16 positions and running inside of the 20 as 1 car into the outside wall off of 2. The 18 of Bobby Zelensky from 3rd. As we are past the halfway point, battle for 2nd, though, is on. To the inside comes the 48 car for 3rd, I should say. Bolin gonna slide up in front, shut the door, and how about that for a nifty move for 3rd? Well, the fuel strategy starts to play out. You heard guest Savied Blake, and now cars to pit road. Salas and LaPrade in from the top 15.
Yeah, I think that says it all, and you really get a good listen there of how difficult it is to save fuel here at Las Vegas. A lot of these mile and a halves, you're having to lift a decent amount. As Steven Wilson, your race leader, is going to relinquish his spot at the top of the field. He's going to come down and pit. We saw Brian LaPrade, Graham Bolin, several coming down.
And it was a long pit stop for Steven Wilson. He spent a ton of time, 19 seconds in the box. Both of the drivers going for the 4 tires to fuel in the 14-second range. But by coming down pit road, it gave Parker Wood an opportunity to lead 2 laps. Now the Duracell Camaro is in, and that would hand things over to Bobby Zelensky. Curious if the Cape Coral, Florida native, hoping for a yellow. He's P3 right now, and he's got the 66 of Colin Keister all over the back bumper.
And at this point, Alfala definitely can't make it to the end, but he's kind of been known, I would say, in recent years to take these contrarian strategies. It's what kind of got him through the Contender Series to where he made his way back to the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. And sometimes we don't have the speed. You just got to try to do something different than the rest of the field. And if a caution were to come out right now, he would have the track position. Everybody, I would imagine, would come down and pit, and then all of a sudden you've gained about 20, 25 positions. So Ray Alfala looking to try and hit a home run here. May work out, it may not. We know these races tend to have some yellows late in the going. So Alfala, not a bad strategy call, but certainly it's going to be either a home run or a very tough strikeout for Ray Alfala tonight.
And you can see Cody Bias now to the inside of the 23 of Keegan Leahy. That battle on for 3rd and 4th as well. And if they start fighting amongst themselves, could give Ottinger an opportunity to pull away. He's not checking out, but he has some breathing room. His advantage that time at the stripe at about 0.3 of a second. Now Bias clear of Leahy on the bottom. He'll slot into 3rd. He is all of a sudden the man on the move. Going to be 7 to go this time by, right back down to the inside of Busa. And Cody Bias going to try to get 2 spots in a single trip around the racetrack. Busa going to hang topside. There'll be a dead heat to the stripe, but Matt Busa, Cody Bias, I should say, making moves on Matt Busa, but it was Busa at the stripe.
Not going to be able to make it. That brings up some questions, I think, for Michael Guest. Is he going to have enough fuel to get to the end? But up front, Cody Bias looking to go to victory lane here at Las Vegas, down to the inside. They'll come around to 2 laps to go this time. Do they have enough fuel to try and make it to the end?
No saving left now. They've got to go for the win as Leahy watches behind. Ottinger slices down, shuts the door, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps left to go. Ottinger looking pretty calm for the circumstances. Bias drives back down to the inside once more. Drag race down the Nellis straightaway. They need to come back to the white flag for this race to be official.
Side by side for Cody Bias. This would be his first win in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series since 2017. It'd be the 2nd of his career. Nick Ottinger looking for career win number 1 as 4-time the lap car will pass him low. White flag in the air. One more trip around Las Vegas.
And how does that lapped car play effect? Bias goes to the inside, tries to get some of the tow off of Ray Alfala's car. Bias good in, but it's been the exit where Ottinger's been able to punch back sideways off the corner and now touching down the straightaway. Side by side. Bias on the inside, Ottinger on the outside. They touch again. More contact. Ottinger washes wide. They'll crash. Bias is into the wall. Here comes Leahy. Leahy, who slices through the middle and wins in Las Vegas.
Unbelievable, waiting in the wings if something would happen to your top 2, and Keegan Leahy splits the wreck and is going to go to victory lane after a tough 2023 campaign for the 2311 driver. He starts 2024 with his first win in the 2nd race. Unbelievable.
And what a way to bounce back. Quiet all night long, made the strategy game work. And in the end, it is Keegan Leahy, your race winner tonight in Las Vegas. This winning moment is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official fan refreshment of eNASCAR. Keegan Leahy 3 wide to the stripe, and by 0.06 of a second will pick up his first win of the 2024 season.